Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Last time, we found more Garleans, and they're not happy with us, as usual. Even got us under false pretenses. Check this out. Look at the little thing on Alphino's neck. Alice's got one too. They have shock collars on. Seriously. These people, I swear, I don't know why we're working so hard to save the Garleans sometimes. They try so hard to be completely unlikable. But we're the good guys. We do it anyway. And after getting ourselves soaked to the bone, we finally found ourselves a little ceruleum tank so these people don't freeze to death. No good deed indeed, right? All right, now that you've recovered from your escapades in the pond, there's another location I'd like to search just outside the park. Well, hopefully my network's being a little more stable today, too. Oh, fun fact, if you've been wondering why the game looked a little weird, you know, with shadows and such, the settings on my game got changed. Don't ask me how, I haven't figured out how, but they were all on, like, one of the lower settings, like they were on low to medium. So, I don't know, I fixed that. They're about as high as I can get them. Hopefully, if it starts to chug, I'll knock it down one step, but I don't think it will, not with my system. As you can see, this place is littered with the remnants of various types of war machina. Yeah, I do see. While my comrades and I have already recovered the tanks from the less damaged units, those that took a more severe beating are harder to scavenge. We decided to save those for another time, that time being now. Rather than prize them apart piece by piece, it would be quicker to remove the outer casing using compact explosives. With luck, we'll gain access to the tanks without rupturing them. Though the force generated by these devices is relatively weak, I would advise you stand well clear to avoid being hit by any shrapnel. Before even bothering though, you should check the Machina's ceruleum gauge to see if there's any left. It should still provide an accurate reading even when the unit itself is inactive. Oh, somebody's having fun over there. Dark Knight from the looks of it. If the gauge is broken, well, I'll let you decide whether to use an explosive or not. Should you need more, just come to me. I suspect this will be a thing. Understood. Let's get to work. Alright, well, let's see. According to the ceruleum gauge, this unit's fuel tank is empty. Well, the hell with that one then. How about you? The ceruleum gauge on this unit appears to have been broken, giving you no way to determine how much fuel its tank may hold. Screw it. Nothing ventured, nothing blown up. After successfully removing the war machina's outer casing and retrieving the ceruleum tank, you find it to be completely empty. Mother humper. Oh, you dick. It's a fake. Need some more. Here. I have a fair amount of explosives to spare today, but tomorrow is another story. We can't afford to waste them on units with nothing to offer, so be sure to check the gauge first. Of course, if the gauge is damaged, it's just up to you to make the call. Yeah, I know. Tease me with a fake right there. You retrieve the War Machina's ceruleum tank to find it's still half full, or half empty, depending on one's perspective. Either way, Julius will surely be pleased by your discovery. Sweet, that was the right one. All right, here we are. More explosive. Wait, is that what I think it is? If you think it's a ceruleum tank, then yes. Oh, you've done it again. Truly luck is on your side. With this, we should be able to refuel quite a few of our heaters. It's time we headed back. Wait here while I go see how Alice and Alphino are faring. Why not? I'll sit here and watch the Dark Knight go to town on these automated satellites. It's entertaining. Even if I do have all the effects off for players not in the party. Oh dear. There's a cutscene. Oh. Okay. I have expected these two to be in trouble.
Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we?
Hey, Thancred.
Don't react. You'll only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen.
Got it. Him in his stealth mode.
After you left with the Garlean lad, Lucia bade a few of our scouts follow you at a discreet distance. We observed you being led into the station, but decided against venturing inside.
Good call.
When you emerged sometime later, and we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars, it was clear what had taken place. Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything.
Very quietly. So quiet you'll never hear my voice.
Gatus himself, eh? Now there's a surprise. This is also the first I've heard of a plan to join forces with the 10th and storm the Tower of Babel. An interesting development, and perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for.
Joint operation, perhaps?
Our comrades back at the camp also received some rather promising news, but it's still too early to get our hopes up. For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Ugh, lovely.
With luck, this will all be over soon. Until then.
Till then. Thanking in his damn invisibility.
They had not gone far.
Good.
We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything.
Yeah, I know. Protagonist luck.
I wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually, there will be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. For now, this will have to suffice. We should return to the station.
I reiterate, we could literally just go get you ceruleum, or at least negotiate with the tappers for you. But you'll never let us do that, will you? Too damn proud. Plus side, at least Lucy and the others are aware of our little situation.
Ah, there you are. Heard you'd gone hunting for ceruleum above ground. Brought back a king's ransom?
Nah, not quite, but close enough.
Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
Well, well. It's not at all as I was expecting, these ones. For savages, they seem positively docile.
See, that's the attitude that's gonna get you punched in the nose.
It's a poor attempt at humor. In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts. But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who may not live to see the morrow.
Guys, hello? Healing magic, we can do this! Or do you guys need provisions? Is that the problem?
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
Lord Quintus!
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
The armor? What about the heaters around here?
But, sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
The time for action is upon us. My men and I have matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched.
Technically, so are you. Although, no, Thanker didn't make it down here. Seriously, what the hell is he thinking? Refuel the armor?
The time for action. What did he mean by that?
I can only speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now, or after they join with the 10th, is another question.
These poor people. Looks like they've been through hell and back.
Will they ever escape this cold? Return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Euless spoke?
Euless? Is that how we're pronouncing this? Jesus, I'm sorry, dude. I've been calling you Julius. It's Euless as in Ulysses.
Finished your war, Council?
He does not like what happened in there.
Alphino and Alize are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil.
Oh, hell no. That ain't never happening.
Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location.
This is what we get for helping these people.
After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
Like I said, this is why people don't like Garleans. Bunch of assholes.
Our allies have but limited supplies. They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then?
You know I could kick all your asses at once, right? Well, that's the collar button, isn't it?
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Damn it, Thancred. Do as he says. Everything will be alright. Have faith. They might actually understand this message. Even he understands it's a shit deal.
Get them out of here.
Those two better be alright. See why this quest is called No Good Deed, but I swear, you hurt those twins, and there will not be a single soul left in this freaking camp when I am done. Alphino and Alice will be fine, providing they do not resist. Alright, what's next? Alea Iacta Est. Or Iacta, maybe. You will accompany me back to your camp where I will meet with your leader and present Lord Quintus's demands. Before we depart, however, there is something I would ask of you. Assuming your contingent complies, the supplies they surrender will need to be transported here. The task falls to Legionaris, Marcellinus, and Octavia, who will pilot Magitech armor to your headquarters. You are to inform them that we are leaving shortly. Tell them to ask the ill for further details in those words. Once you've seen to that, meet me by the exit. Is he talking in code to these guys? Are we planning a coup here? Curious. Very curious. You again. I don't remember the voice I had for these two, unfortunately. Ask the ill, he said. So that's to be the way of it. After all this. He is planning something. How ironic that you should be the one to deliver the news. If those are my orders, then so be it, for the glory of Garlemald. I definitely feel like I just started a coup. What do you want with me? You're piloting, remember? Ask the ill. So Lord Quintus has reached a decision. I knew he would understand. That he would recognize the savage is a ruthless, merciless creature, and to defeat him, we too must be uncompromising. Oh fuck, am I about to oh no. I am ready. In the name of Emperor Varus, for the glory of Garlemald, I will fulfill my duty. I'm not starting a coup, I'm setting up suicide bombers. Oh shit. This is going to end very badly. I can just see how this is gonna go. Have you done as instructed? Yeah, their duties involve more than the transportation of supplies, don't they? Yeah, they do. Duty is rarely a simple thing. We have been given additional orders. The whether we'll be required to follow them depends entirely on your contingent. You and I are in this together now. Like it or not, we have to cooperate. There is one other matter. A place I'd like to visit on the way to your camp. It's a short walk from here. Follow me. Where is it? And it's not the... Well, it's not entirely in the wrong direction. There's some weird ass machina wandering around. I'm gonna have to deal with this thing. I know it. Yeah, thought so. All right, buddy, come on. Oh, hi there. His little death beam was cute, but not good enough. Julius lingers by the ruins, reluctant to leave and reluctant to stay, unable to move on. Wait here? I guess so. I'm guessing either this is his former mansion or someone else he knew. I'm guessing voiced for this one. We're staging this like it's a big voiced scene.
This is my home.
Yep.
Our home. At least it was until that night. I was with Lord Quintus when the capital fell, and thus spared. My family, who did not own a radio, were less fortunate.
Ah, must have told him about the radios.
When dawn came, I made my way here. My parents, my little brother and sister, they were still inside. But they weren't themselves, and they tried to.
Oh, God.
And I had to.
He had to kill his own family? Shit. And then we tell him there's a cure.
I'd promised to take them away from the capital that very morning, to somewhere safe, to hide until the fighting stopped. I promised. The Garlean flag bears a chain, the bonds between our countrymen. A red link at its center, the blood of the fallen. Our loved ones who lived and died for Garlemald. But if she too fell, who would be left to remember them and their sacrifice? What enduring proof would there be that they were ever here? If we had turned to your gods, would they have saved us?
Probably not, but that's the nature of gods in general.
I'm sorry, forget I spoke. We should go.
You know, I'm half expecting Thancred to pop out, but I guess we have to deal with these two Magitech armors first. Meanwhile...
It's no use. Believe me, I do not enjoy being here any more than you. But he wanted us to play along, so that is what we will do.
It's too bloody cold in there for you, too. There you go. Budge up. Your brother and sister. Go on. Aww.
It's so cold.
There you go.
Painfully so. Unbearably.
I've been thinking about what Quintus said. About why no one would accept Garlean rule. Irreconcilable differences. When coexistence isn't an option, only conquest remains. Varys at Gimlet said much the same. Only by uniting the world beneath a single standard would we rid ourselves of the Ascians. United as one people. One race cleansed of imperfections.
Sounds way too much like what the Ascians are trying for with the rejoinings.
A cold and unforgiving vision. And when we fail to live up to their standards, what place is there for us in their world? But the truly sad, truly frustrating thing is how damnably similar it all is to the lofty ideals of Father and the Forum.
Oof.
Non-intervention. Always non-intervention. Protect our knowledge and our people, and to hells with the rest of you. And yet, I can see how it happened. Varys and Father looked to their elders for guidance and took their virtues as their own. But for this world was of their making. In who else could they place their trust? All of us lost in a sea of chaos, searching desperately for purpose and meaning. But it shouldn't just be an extension of another's. It has to be ours. It has to be. We all have a stake in this world. No one should be silenced.
I won't deny that we lack the experience of people such as Father or Quintus. Perhaps they've come to see the world as a series of problems, and the most efficient way of solving them, to reduce everything to fundamental forms. A stone is a stone, a cloud, a flower, no more than that. Simple descriptions that strip the subject of distinguishing characteristics. A man is a man, divided according to race, creed, or allegiance, and to some, defined by such associations.
Is that what you think?
In my misbegotten youth. But what I believed wisdom was no more than aggressive ignorance. I've since learned to look beyond the banners and the politics, to see people as individuals with their own hopes and dreams. As for my dream of building a better world, well, every day I'm reminded that it is far more complex than I had ever imagined.
Damned right.
But it only spurs me onward, to find the wisdom and the strength to see it through to the very end.
I'm liking this cutscene. I'm liking it.
All of our supplies and an immediate withdrawal. These are your conditions?
Demands. And you forgot about the airship. Once again,
Jeez.
you will leave one behind. It will be used to return the prisoners. Their collars will be removed prior to the exchange.
So in the end, not even Father's expertly worded rhetoric could deter you from your chosen course.
Nope.
Huh?
Not that I thought for a moment that it would. I've no love for violence, of course, but ours is a cause worth fighting for. I just wish he'd realize it too. Sometimes the only way to protect the ones you love is to take a stand, to refuse to suffer in silence. I want you to know I share your conviction. Whether it be on the battlefield or in the debating chamber, I won't back down. I guess what I'm saying is...
Can I just say, I'm loving this rendition. I love this music rendition. It's so good.
You've found your own reason to fight.
Yes. Yes, I have. God's willing, there will come a day when we can finally lay down our arms, and there will be peace. But not until the Telophoroi have been defeated once and for all. And you, brother, will have a vital part to play. By your words and deeds, you'll lead the way.
I pray I am up to the task.
There'll always be naysayers. Those who think us fools for even trying. It's easy for learned elites to criticize earnest efforts and assert their moral superiority, all without offering alternatives. Not that their sophistry has ever wounded you. So stubborn and strong. Stronger than you even know. Don't ever change, you hear me? If you stumble, I'll be there to catch you. Or give you a thick ear. Maybe both, for good measure.
Thick ear.
Thank you, Alize.
Aw. You two are adorable together. Hopefully you two don't freeze to death in wherever the hell you are. Uh-oh. Or Estinian could just show up and let you out. That works too.
The scouts have secured Alize and Alphino. Their collars were removed without complication as well.
Good.
They report no casualties, not for their party nor the guards, who will wake from their premature slumber in due course.
It would appear the situation has changed. I propose new terms. We have information that will be of great interest to Lord Quintus, and I wish to speak with him in person.
Here comes the suicide bombers.
No. In the event you rejected our first proposal, we came prepared with a second.
I will take both of these things down myself.
Ambush!
More are coming! Make ready!
Holy crap. You guys wasted all this ceruleum on armor?
We, the loyal soldiers of the First Legion, proud servants of Garlemald, of the fallen Emperor Varys, shall safeguard these lands from the barbarian hordes until our countrymen return!
Fine, if I gotta beat your ass, then so be it.
Stop, both of you!
Oh! Aaron, is that you?
This child may be the worst emissary I have ever seen.
We received an urgent communication from the Grand Company of Eorzea. Envoys from the Imperial Army, led by members of the 10th Legion, came to Alamigo and requested an audience.
Aha.
They explained that their efforts to coordinate the reclamation of the capital with the aid of the 4th, 5th, 8th, and 12th had ended in failure.
Oh.
Communication between most legions has broken down entirely. Most of the 10th's conscripts have deserted, leaving their forces severely depleted.
Well, they're conscripts. They're gonna leave.
That is why, unable to continue the fight on their own, they and their allies turned to the Grand Company of Eorzea for aid.
Lies. Every word.
It is the truth, and I have not finished. The 10th has requested that we deliver a message to Lord Quintus. Have the ill stand down.
You have been listening, my lord? What are your orders?
Inform her that we will honor the 10th's decision. Bereft of hope, and now dignity.
Jesus.
I release you from your duty. All of you. I take solace, your radiance, in the knowledge you are not here to witness our debasement. 'Twas a grand, glorious dream we shared. Of a world united, of peace and prosperity. We are ghosts, you and I, memories of days gone by. Bonds forged in blood that I will not see tarnished.
He's about to shoot himself, isn't he? Yep. As soon as I saw that pistol come into frame, yeah, I know. Damn fool. Oh, they are not about to do this. God, they are. aren't they?
Quickly! We have to reach the station before it's too late.
If there is still a chance that Quintus will agree to a truce, we must take it.
I don't think he's gonna be in any condition.
I just hope we get there before he and his men do something rash.
Oh, he's already doing something rash. Seriously, dude, dying for pride. It's called the worst of the 7 deadly sins for a reason. Oh my God! Giant freaking blood stain. Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness. Ah, wow. Well, well, well. All the way back here all of a sudden, huh, Lucia? Much and more has occurred since last we met. As for determining what comes next, we must speak with Lord Quintus. Yeah, I don't think that's really an option anymore. Strange bedfellows indeed. Before we proceed, tell me what you know of the First Legion and the deposition of their forces. It's not good. Seriously, they're wasting fuel on these damn Reapers. They were preparing for war while the refugees in their care were left to go hungry. A reckless, short-sighted plan that risks the welfare of the people they are sworn to protect. Nevertheless, we cannot compel them to accept our aid. If we were to arrive in force with the intent to do so, it would only incite panic. But perhaps they could be persuaded to follow one of their own. Go with Julius back to the station and have him lead the refugees here. Some may be unwilling or unable to leave, but for the time being, I'll take what I can get. Alphino, Alice, and the scouts sent to extricate them should already be at the station. I will also have our other comrades in the area lend their support should it be needed. Understood. And what about these a-holes, huh? We're just gonna leave them here? Oh, hey. I think an ether current quest finally popped up. 1. Sheesh. You gotta be kidding me. I gotta walk all the way back? Well, I suppose it's a good excuse as any to pick up some ether currents along the way. I'm sure we've missed a few. I thought there might be another one up here. All right, number 6. And this one, not too far from the camp, but we haven't had any reason to come up here to the western side just yet. There's another one that was hiding along the western edge of the map. Seriously. Like, I haven't had a single reason to come up here, so what are you doing? Just expecting me to come up here on my own time, Well, there's only 3 left to find, and the next one's straight east, which is where I need to go anyway. Aha, there's the next one. Can I get it from here? Yes, barely. I think this leaves only 2, if my math is correct. And where would they be? Northeast, well, that is not too far, possibly, from where I'm going. Let's see if I can reach it. Finally, number 9. This one took a little bit of doing. It wasn't much, mind you, but if you look on the mini-map here, this road, you basically have to come up from the south, because I am way off the ground at the moment. And the last one, is south. Interesting. Well, might get all the ether currents in a row here and then just have to worry about the quests and then the main story. There you are, there's the last one. Come on, autopilot off. There we go. Our 10th and final map ether current. Perfect. Now I gotta do the 4 quest ones and then get the one from the main story, because I guarantee you there's gonna be one pinned behind the main story. Well, that was a hike and a half. Oh, hey, Graha's here too. Sweet. Definitely not voiced. Dekumon and Julius. We arrived just before you did, and too late. Oh, right, they don't know. Too late for what? What happened? It's Lord Quintus. He took his own life. After the news about the 10th, he relieved us of our duties. Then when he was alone, well, bang. No, he wouldn't. And the weather starts raining at the perfect time. Thancred and the others, assisted by the soldiers, have seen to the remains. In due course shall the legatus be afforded a proper burial. He released us from our duty. I don't know what to do with myself. He wanted us to be free. Free to choose our own fate. Without him to guide us, I have just this moment spoken with Lucia. We are ready to commence the transfer of the refugees here to Camp Broken Glass, should they be willing to accept our aid. Some would rather die, but most of us just want to live. Songs and standards be damned, we just want to live. Alright, then we'll get you to camp, we'll get you fed and warm, and everybody should hopefully be a little better off. We'll need to speak with the refugees. They'll have to decide for themselves if they wish to come with us. If any would prefer to stay, we can have supplies brought over for them. It'll be a hard journey for the others, but we'll see they reach our camp safely. These guys are all just looking despondent. It was only ever a dream, wasn't it? To think we could reclaim it, rebuild it all ourselves. Before this all began, I sent my wife and daughter away to the provinces. If there's a chance I might see them again, I'll take it. So take me. Take me with you. Please. These once proud people, now they're just wanting to go with this. Well, got the aetherite sorted in the end. All it took was a few adjustments, and now it works as well as it ever did. From what I can tell, the one in Laterum is also functioning as normal. That's where you lot are staying, isn't it? Now that most of us are packing up and leaving this place, I reckon there'll be no more use for me and my skills over at your camp. Wait, does this mean this thing works? Yes, it finally works! I don't have to walk back and forth between these two bloody places. Oh, we're seeing some quests in here now. And then there's our injured buddy over here. Ah, it's you. The one who treated me with such kindness. I heard from the others that you're not from around here. I thought you were one of us. Not that it makes much difference now. Purebloods, migrants, savages. After a while, the words just start to lose meaning. Until all you're left with is anger and fear and hate, and I'm just too tired. If you and yours have come to offer aid, I'll be glad to accept it. So far, it seems there are not going to be a lot of people lingering here, which is probably a good thing. Don't need to stretch our supplies between two different places. Oh, he's not in here with the... Oh. Lovely. You guys couldn't have taken the frickin' flag and the bloodstain down? Come on. We have much to discuss. Our rescue, the attack on Camp Broken Glass. What we'd hoped to talk about with Quintus. But all of that can wait. More urgent matters demand our attention. Are any of the refugees willing to come to our camp? All of them so far. Oh, thank the 12. Thank the 12. You and I should go first and secure the route back to Camp Broken Glass. With all the creatures and tempered skulking about, I expect we'll have our hands full. This should come in handy. Conqueror's Chain, courtesy of our Lamenson friends. I'd save it for the tempered, though. Ooh, very nice. I'll mark a few points that need surveying on your map. Once you've taken care of the riffraff, we'll meet back at our camp. Ah. Survey the designated locations and deal with any enemies that appear. Okay, I can do this real quick. It's our old buddy, the purple smoke. Always fun. All right, what are we dealing with? Hello? Any tempered? Any monsters? Anything? Oh, just a monster. Well, might as well build up some good old shroud. Never know when I might need it. Send something a little scarier. You know, these quest monsters ain't that scary. Seriously, I've beaten you to death here. No real fight there. Next. Subdue him first, then use the Conqueror's Chain. I can do that. Oh, you think that damage up's gonna help you? It's really not. All right, Conqueror's Chain. I have 2 of these in the pocket, so let's see what they do. Tagged and bagged. Perfect. Interesting, this one doesn't have any purple smoke. Though I'm a little concerned that the Jotun over here might turn around. No threats on the path here. 3 down, 1 to go. But I can't get so lucky here. There's purple smoke, so fair warned. At least 1 more monster, probably another tempered. Yep. Well, hey buddy, have some in Shroud. God dang. The ass beating. There, takes care of that. 1 more Conqueror's Chain, 1 more tempered subdued. Perfect. All right, Thancred, route's clear. There you are. As expected, I ran into a few beasts who went down without much of a fight. The tempered proved somewhat troublesome, but those chains should keep them under control until our allies can take them into custody. With that taken care of, I'm to gather a few supplies and then return to the station. While I see to that, would you mind apprising Lucia of our progress? As it happens, I have some rather pertinent information from our recent scouting forays, but I'll save that for later. First things first and all that. And yeah, I kind of figured this would be the last part of that quest. Alright, Lucia, time for my report. Dekumon. I was informed by Quintus's suicide. It must have come as a great shock to his men. What of the refugees? I'm told some were receptive to our proposal, but I would hear of your first-hand account. Actually, everyone was receptive from who I talked to. That so many did not hesitate to accept proves how desperate their situation has become. We'll do our best to make them feel welcome. The troops who participated in the ambush are no exception. They will be afforded the same treatment as any other refugees, comparatively notwithstanding. After all, even if I wanted to make an example of them, there's no one left to learn from it. We will tell our allies that these soldiers were acting under the direct orders of their legators, and that following his suicide, they offered a full and unconditional surrender. Perhaps Quintus thought that he had lived, he would be tried as a war criminal, and his men punished with him. Perhaps by taking his own life, he hoped to absolve them of any culpability. Or perhaps, like too many others, he was a true believer to the end. Who can say? I didn't know the man or his heart. His reasons, noble or otherwise, died with him, and it falls to us to clean up the mess. And it does. It does. Hey! Looks like the rest of the Ether Current quest popped up. Does that mean this one is not giving us a new quest yet? Well. I think I'm going to stop here for now. I think this is a good spot. If I don't stop here, I'm afraid I'm gonna walk into a dungeon or something. I feel like we're getting close. I've seen a lot of 83 quests, and I think we're getting close to a dungeon. Or a trial. There's always a trial at 83, isn't there? Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Yours in Adventures, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.